Sean Sewell with Engearment.com and our gym Existence Athletics to share with you the brand new, as of today, Xero Shoes Scrambler Mid 2 waterproof. Features the new eVent membrane. Now eVent's not new, but there's a new membrane from eVent they use. And these are a legit hiking shoe with Michelin tread that you can stuff up like that. So you get amazing tactile feel on the ground with a wide toe box. A lot to cover, so let's get into it. For reference, I'm a men's 11.5 in most shoes. These are a men's 11.5 and they fit really, really well. Given that they're a Xero shoe, you probably know this, but I'll explain to everybody else, has a nice wide natural toe box which will allow for splaying of the toes, which is pretty crucial for feet health. You also get reflective hits throughout right here, make these pretty nice for walking at dusk or at night or early morning. Now, I've tested the Scramblers before. We have reviews up on our channel, and they're a great hiking shoe. What makes this one really exceptional is the fact that this version incorporates eVent Eco. So eVent is not a new waterproof breathable membrane. It competes with Gore-Tex and has for, I don't know, 15, 20 years or so. I like it because it's very durable. And from my experience, it seems to be a little bit more breathable, which is always appreciated, especially in footwear. Now there's a non-waterproof version that's going to be more mesh and will have more breathability than this. However, if you are going to be hiking in any kind of wet weather, dew on the grass in the morning, trails that might have a small creek, this might be the choice for you because you'll be waterproof up until the top of the tongue right there. So about right here. Some features, nice easy loop to pull on. There's even a little ringlet right here to use with gaiters. So definitely very versatile for use. And now from a fitness standpoint, we're in our gym Existence Athletics here in Denver, Colorado. I actually have been using these the last 2 weeks to train in. Now I won't train in most shoes because there is a heel in most shoes, but as you know with Xero shoes, there is a zero drop. So biomechanically everything's lined up correctly, at least in my opinion. So I feel confident doing deadlifts and swings and squats in the shoes as opposed to being barefoot, which is how I usually train. So it's a very good feeling having your foot be nice and flat, making connection with the ground. Now, if you really want to go minimalist, you can take the insole out and you're just that much closer to the ground. The insole, worth noting, you can probably see through it here. It is translucent if I get the lighting just right. So there is ventilation behind all of those. So you see the little holes right there. It's a nice amount of ventilation. That does a pretty good job of circulating air, helping to dissipate the sweat from your feet. I don't know about you, but my feet definitely sweat and wick quite a bit. So I've used these without socks and with socks, and so far smell okay. Give it about another 2 or 3 weeks and I'm sure that they'll acquire the funk that I'm used to. Rubberized toe cap so you can take on the trails and roots and vegetation that might be on a trail. Now, speaking of on trail, the grip is pretty awesome. So you have some lugs that are extra grippy and some that are not. You'll see right here. And also that's a Michelin tread. That's right. This is going to be a long lasting. I think Xero has one of the best warranties for tread out there. But you can tell that these lugs are more straight so that mud and snow will not collect on them. And these ones have more grip to get you going on the trails. Now, speaking of snow, it is March here in Colorado, the snowiest month of the year. And I've had these in snow. I've gone to Bertha Pass and Jones Pass to go splitboarding and worn these up there. Done some winter camping, took them down to Santa Fe, to ski Santa Fe to do our beacon bash, and I'll put a picture of that beacon bash below. So I've had them on snow quite a bit. They've been very comfortable. These are not insulated. We do have a pair of insulated Xero boots that we are reviewing. We'll have that up soon. But I wanted to get this review up in time for it to launch on Wednesday the 13th, here in 2 days. Other features, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to shoes. I like to keep my shoes either untied or loosely tied so I can slip them on. Now, you probably don't agree with that, but that's how I roll. And I like the eyelets on the shoes right here, on the boots. So I can leave them kind of right there. Now, if I'm going to do a more technical trail, yes, I'll lace them up all the way. But when I'm just putting these on to go walk my dog in the snow or the wet grass, or just come in here and train students and or train myself, this is how I operate the shoes. And again, your opinions probably vary from mine, but I like to keep my shoes loose so my ankles strengthen. I've got pretty flexible and strong ankles of all things in my body, incredible range of motion, and I attribute that to not tying my shoes. Again, not for everybody, just my personal take. Aesthetically, you probably have been looking at these shoes for the last 5 minutes, looking at them, thinking those are actually pretty sharp. And that's what my wife thought the first day I wore them. And every person who's seen them was like, what shoes are those? And they never believed that they're Xero, because some Xero shoes, the lifestyle ones are pretty attractive, but some of the athletic ones are not as attractive. They're eye-catching for sure, but these are, I think, pretty dang attractive. And then finally, you get a little bit of padding up around the ankle bones, which is always appreciated. So there they are. The waterproof version of the Scrambler 2 comes out March 13th, 2024, which should be the day that I put this video up. And again, I only have 2 weeks of use on them. Our colleague Steven Starks has a pair too. He's been putting them through the trails. We'll have a 6-month review here in 6 months, see how they last. From what we know, Xero shoes last as long, if not longer, than anything else. So I have high hopes that it will be excellent. I'll put a link below if you do care to purchase. We have other reviews from colleagues Ryan Humphreys, Will Rickards, Kai Rickards, Steven Starks. A whole bunch of us have some Xero shoes we're working on. So you want to see that content, consider subscribing to a link below right there. I'm Sean Sewell, the owner and director of Stoke for Engearment.com. Till next time, take care.